What's going on, people? And we are live, man, for the build-up. We got Chelsea today, bruv. FA Cup. Louis in the building, bruv. What you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm all right, bruv. I won't be completely all right until I see the starting lineup, but yeah, I'm all right. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I'm worried about our midfield more than anything, but I'm sure we'll get into that at some point. I'll stop talking. It's your channel. You'd like to take the lead.
Nah, absolutely, man. What I would say, until I see the lineup, that's all I'm saying, bro. Because I know we can make a couple changes and just be us, bro. Like in the last couple games, we've been far from convincing in it. So I'm not confident until I see the lineup. You know what I mean? However, that being said, I don't really rate Chelsea that much. Do you know what I mean? In terms of what I've seen of them, like, do you know what I mean? I think Chelsea have the potential to always upset us, but I think this season, I think you've been just as inconsistent as us. Do you know what I mean? I just think that if we both got a fully fit squad to choose from, we're better than you. Do you know what I mean? But I don't. I just don't know, bruv. So how are you feeling today?
Well, I mean, it's raining outside. I'm slightly worried that the midfield is going to be overrun completely because we're minus Kante. But I have had a bacon sandwich for breakfast about 2-3 hours ago. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. It's been a good day. Got ketchup on it as well. We were at brown sauce. That was a bad bit.
Fair. You're a flipping madman, you know. You're actually a madman. But in terms of the game, as a Chelsea fan, yeah, how are you feeling? Because I got my thing was like, yo, we should beat them. We know how to beat them. But then on the flip side, it's like we've beaten them so many times. They owe us one. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different mixtures of emotions in my head. I'm like, by law of averages, Chelsea owe us a beating. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because when we beat Chelsea 4-0, it wasn't a 4-0. I was there. Like, it was not a 4-0 game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Chelsea hit the woodwork twice, like the post and the crossbar or something. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, because Emerson hit the bar, I think, and your striker, what's his name?
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham hit the post as well. Do you know what I mean? It was one of them games where it was like, if them 2 goals go in, there's no way we win that game, innit?
No.
So I'm honest about that. There's a few of the times we beat you, it wasn't comfortable, innit? And I just feel like, on law of averages, if I'm honest with myself, I can't remember the last time a team's beat a team 4 times in the same season. I can't remember.
So it was actually you guys beating us 4 times in the 10-11 season.
There you go. Look how long ago that was. So that means if anyone's going to get beat 4 times, it's you because you got previous. However, you know what I mean? It's been a long time. It's been a long time, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? These kind of things don't happen very often, innit? So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a good game. I think. Look, I agree with you that you would think that we're due one. I mean, obviously since the restart, we've had a very mixed bag in terms of how we've been playing. We obviously lost to West Ham. We lost convincingly to Sheffield United, but then at the same time, we're beating Manchester City. So it really depends on what team turns up on the day. Jorginho could be a key figure for us, or he could be a figure which might cost us the game, if I'm honest. He's I saw a tweet in our last fixture against Norwich, and it just made me laugh that basically people explained Jorginho in this metaphor of he is basically an oven which can only cook things at one temperature, but my God, does he cook it well. But it's outside of that, it's like when you need to change the game and stuff, he might cost us the game, or he can find that pass which might start off a move. But I think, look, like you're saying, we are probably due one, but I think that midfield battle was going to be where it is won and lost. I think defensively, both of us are a bit frail, if I'm honest. And I think that going forward, well, Olivier Giroud loves the FA Cup. He's has some fantastic statistics. I think it's 15 goals and 8 assists in 26 appearances. I think. Don't hold me to that. But you know, it's one of those where we got that, and it depends on who your front line is going to be, really. But that midfield, we're either going to pass it round you, or we're going to make several mistakes, and you're going to press us, win the ball, and score a hell of a lot of goals. That's how I feel in a minute. It's either going to go one or 2 ways.
Yeah, but this is it. That's why I'm saying I can't really be too excited, too nervous, too anything until I know what teams both are putting out. You know, like it's an FA Cup semi-final at the end of the day. So as much as you'd want to rotate, a part of you's thinking, you know what, the next game's the final, we have to go for this.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a tough one because for us, that we've got 2 must-win games in the Premier League to secure top 4 as well. So it's not a case of we can prioritize. We're not in a position to prioritize and say, you know what, we'll put all our eggs in one basket for the Premier League or vice versa. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a tough situation. This guy's saying, yeah, we're 19 unbeaten and that. Yes, we are, but it's very, very deluded of you, yeah, to believe, yeah, that the game against Southampton, we didn't get battered, yeah, and get lucky because we did. And the Crystal Palace game, yeah, had that goal not been given offside VAR, I don't think we would have won that game either. Do you know what I mean? So
And the
it's one of
penalty.
them. Well,
And
yeah, exactly. And arguably, the penalty that could have been given that wasn't given, bro. Like, even when my team win, I'm very well aware that we didn't play well. We did not play well against Crystal Palace. And Southampton, I think, had like nearly 70% possession, like, at our place. So, like give it a rest, innit? Like, give it a rest. That 19 game unbeaten, it looks great on paper, but we went from 5th to 5th. Like, none of it means anything, really.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I think from a form perspective, it makes you guys look obviously a lot stronger, obviously, with it being 19 games unbeaten, and it makes you the clear favourites as well as the 3 times you've beaten us already this year. But at the same time, this is the FA Cup. I think it's unfair to sort of brush it aside because, I mean, look what happened yesterday. I don't think anybody would have thought Arsenal would beat Man City. You sit there, as soon as you see that draw, it's cut and dry. Man City walk that game, that's it. Arsenal, they turn into the Invincibles whenever they're in the FA Cup. I don't know what it is. It's like they just turn that Man City team over. So I don't know. It could be a case of you guys. You come into this game being the clear favourites, being the side which has been 19 unbeaten. And you're saying you're going from 5th to 5th. It's just Chelsea this season, especially since the restart. We've been lucky. We've been so lucky. Considering when we lost 3-0 to Sheffield United, you would have thought Leicester would win their game. We thought you guys would have done well as well. And we'd be out of the top 4. But we're somehow clinging on by a thread. So it's one of those where we've got fixtures against Liverpool. We've got fixtures against Wolves. It's not in our favour to get top 4. So for me, look, let's go for the FA Cup. That's my opinion. If we get the top 4, brilliant. That's a bonus. Because if you told me that at the beginning of the season, I'd have bitten your hand off. I thought we were finishing 8th or 9th potentially with this team. But you know, we're doing well, and I just want to see us give our all this game. If I'm honest, that's all that matters to me. I just want to see us try and beat you guys because it has been close every single time, and it would be something that it gets stuck on a lot of Chelsea fans' minds if we lose 4 times in one season to you guys. Because at the beginning, you were just as inconsistent as we are now. So we'll have to see what happens.
But this is the thing. When I was looking at my team at the start of the season, I was probably thinking 5th or 6th we're going to finish. Didn't expect Tottenham to be as bad as they have been. I didn't expect Arsenal to be as bad as they have been. Do you know what I mean? No one could have predicted that Arsenal would go through 3 managers in the same season at the beginning of the season. Who would have predicted that? No one would have predicted that Pochettino would get sacked. You know what I mean? There's loads of things that you just couldn't predict, man, for this season. So when you're saying at the start of the season that weren't your expectations, I get it. That it's the same with me. But now I look at it, people are talking about form. Form doesn't mean anything in a cup game. Arsenal have just gone and beaten Liverpool in the league and then gone and turned over Manchester City. And they were 10th in the league, innit? So form, all of that stuff means absolutely nothing in a cup game. So the fact that we're X amount unbeaten, it looks amazing on paper. But at the end of the day, this is a shootout. This is 1-on-1. This is winner takes all. Form does not come into this. And when we talk about changing teams, Oli always goes strong-ish because he can't go any other way in it. So it's more like, I'm thinking, what are we going to do from an attacking point of view? That's the only thing I'm worried about. Do you know what I mean? If our attack is strong, then I'm all right in it. Like the defensive changes, if there are any, wouldn't worry me too much. Midfield, I feel like he will play Pogba and Bruno together. So it's the front line, really. Like if Dan James starts, I mean, I'm not a fan of his. You know what I mean? So it just depends. It just really depends, man. What do you think your team's gonna do? What's your predicted lineups, and then we'll go into a combined 11.
So I mean, I was thinking about this. As soon as you were mentioning Dan James, I can see Dan James starting this game because it is a cup fixture and the 2 games you have left are so important. so he's not going to want to burn out. Is it Rashford playing on the left at the minute or Martial?
Rashford been playing the left all season.
So he's not going to want to try and burn out Rashford, and we're already seeing players suffering from that already with the consistency of fixtures. I did my 11 in my preview, but I'm going to change it because I'm not sure that it was the right one. Like, obviously, I think it'll be Kepa in goal. I don't think we'll start Caballero. Personally, my back line would be Aspilicueta at left back. You'd be looking at Zuma and Tomori as a centre half pairing, most consistent pairing we've had this season. When they were playing together, when they have regular fixtures, they were the best pairing. I think you got the pace of Tomori and the physicality of Zuma complementing each other really well. Right back, I'll go with Reece James. I did say Jorginho is at the base of my diamond, but part of me was thinking about Kovacic there, but that doesn't make any sense because he can't play there. Well, he can, but it's not his best position. So I'd probably go Jorginho, Mason Mount. I was going to put Kovacic in, but I'll probably take him out. But Jorginho, Mason Mount, and Kovacic, or Loftus-Cheek. I'm not sure. Torn between Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek. I think the physicality of Loftus-Cheek could be really important. Depending on if you have, I'm guessing it'll be McTominay starting at the base of your midfield.
I hope not. I hope not. You know what I mean? Flipping out. If it is, then you don't might have a decent time.
Well, let's hope it is then. Who will it be? Will it be Matic?
I hope so. I hope so. I think he might go for Matic and Fred. Matic, Fred, and Bruno. I think that's what he might go for, and rest Pogba.
Interesting. Okay. So if he did that, I'd think it'd be a much more even midfield battle, and I think we could win that. I think Pogba and Bruno together we might struggle a bit. And I'm not saying that because, I don't work for Sky Sports. I'm not just saying it for the sake of it. So I'd probably go with that as my midfield. My front three, I'd go Hudson-Odoi on the right, Pulisic on the left, and Giroud up front. I'd drop Willian. I think even though he's had a bit of a purple patch, I just think his indecisiveness could cost us this game. And I think if you had directness on either side with Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, they could be the two players that would make a massive difference in this fixture. Also, rest Willian for a bit, chill out with his legs, put his feet up, bring him on if we need to. If we just need that burst of energy towards the back end of the game. But Hudson-Odoi being side direct against what could be Fosu Mensah playing on his weaker foot, or it could be Brandon Williams, who I was reading, he's back in training, but he still apparently couldn't see out of one eye or something mad like that properly. So that could be really important in that battle there down the left. And Giroud, I just think the physical presence, he'll bully Harry Maguire. He will bully Harry Maguire because Maguire has been completely out of it this season. And then Lindelof, I'm guessing it'll be as the other centre half pairing. I can just see. I just think Giroud would have he'll be all right.
I think physically, Harry Maguire will be okay with Giroud. Yeah, he hasn't had the best season, but Giroud ain't got pace to worry Harry. Like, I've never been worried about Harry physically. He's good in the air. His aerial duels are very good in it. It's on the ground where he can get got at in it. So if he pins Lindelof, I think he can have fun if he pins Lindelof. I don't think he'll be able to pin Harry. But either way, I see them two playing in the middle anyway. I'd be very surprised if he changes it. If there is a change, then it would probably only be Bailly to come in for Lindelof. I think that Harry Maguire definitely starts this game. Ollie doesn't really rest him, like even in cup games. Fosu Mensah played left back last game. I would leave it exactly how it was because he had a decent enough game, so I'd play him again. I don't know if they're going to go for Romero today or if they're going to stick with De Gea because it's a semi-final. Probably going to stick with De Gea. And then right back, Wan-Bissaka. Again, he's someone who doesn't get rested very often. And then I think probably Matic, Fred, Bruno in the middle. I think they'll give Pogba a rest.
There's a bit of an engine room there.
Yeah, but there's Fred's busy, innit? So it's one of them ones. Fred is very busy. I hope he doesn't go for Fred and McTominay because the ball retention between the two of them is a bit of a problem. At least Fred's more high energy and Matic kind of slows things down. So I think they work better together. McTominay just panics and just gives the ball away. I don't want to see him anywhere near the midfield today. If McTominay's starting, I will be worried.
Okay.
I'll keep it all the way 100. And then up front, I think with the form, you have to play Rashford and Martial anyway. And then is Mason fit? Is Mason not fit? I'm not sure, innit? Like, there was pictures of him training, but then there was also rumours that his...
Let's have a look. What's BBC Sports saying?
Rumours that his ankle was swollen. This guy's saying Fred can't play number 6, bro. If he's playing with Matic, why would Fred be playing number 6?
That's another thing. I hate when people start debating about what number 6 is. If you want to know what number 6 really is, it's actually a centre back. That's what it always has been until like a few years ago.
Until like 5 years ago.
Oh, mate. Was it okay? So, according to BBC, Brandon Williams could be fit. Doesn't say anything about Mason Greenwood at all.
Yeah, that means Mason's been cleared, innit? Like, because I saw him training, but again, I don't know. Will Ollie risk him? I don't know. I do not know.
Really he's been so important for you. He's been so important for you. Well, look, if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I wouldn't risk him.
I wouldn't risk him either because he's been off pace for the last couple of games. I think it's because he's been carrying a knock. Do you know what I mean? But saying that, what's the alternative? Dan James, unless he starts Jesse from the right.
I was going to say Lingard, yeah.
Which I wouldn't be against if he's going to start him from the right, and then bring Mason Greenwood on. I wouldn't be against.
Yeah. I wouldn't be against Jesse Lingard starting either. What's he done this season?
Yeah, he hasn't really played, but you know what? He loves a goal at Wembley, boy. So before you laugh, boy, this could come to bite you back, mate.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? He loves a goal at Wembley. Whether it's Charity Shield, FA Cup, League Cup, he scored in all of them, bro. So it's one of them ones where, bro, it'd be just like Jesse Lingard to score today, man, after all the abuse he's been getting all season. So
yeah,
I don't know. It'd be interesting, but I think you keep Rashford and Martial up there anyway, and then the right hand side, touch and go in it. Whether you start young Mason today, bro. Like personally, I'd give him a rest because I don't think he would start the last 2 games. This guy saying he would start Dan James. I hear that you're a braver man than me, bro. I simply would not. I mean, I think he's rubbish. So yeah, I think that's my question. In terms of combined 11, bro, you ain't gonna get many players in this team. I'm not gonna lie.
It will be interesting. Because
you lot put your combined 11s in the comment section. I already know what mine is anyway.
You go first. You go first.
Statman's going for this team to play today. Romero, Wan-Bissaka, Bayern, Maguire, Williams left back. I don't think Williams is gonna make it. That concussion looks bad. Fred, Match, Bruno, Rashford, Igalo, James.
Igalo! I forgot you had him.
You reckon Martial gets dropped, bro? You reckon Martial gets dropped for this game with the rich vein of form that he's in? That surprise me.
What if you put Martial on the left, Rashford on the right, and Igalo down the middle? Could that work? So Martial on the left,
on the right, and Martial on the left, Igalo down the middle. I'd play that, but I don't think that he's going to start Igalo. I think Ollie's going to go for the high press thing. And saying that, actually, all the times we've beaten you, I swear we've played a 5 at the back. I think we have.
Should we check?
Yeah.
Manchester.
I know we did against City, guys. Yo, Statman, what formations will you play in Chelsea? And also, you mods, I can't see no mods telling people to like and subscribe, even though we got over 1,000 people watching, bro. You lot ain't doing your job. I'm gonna have to start sacking some of you lot.
Oh dear. Hang on. Right. That's Premiership. That's 2005. I don't want 2005. I want last year. You just 1-0, didn't you? Or was it 2-0 in the league?
Yeah, loads of people are saying we've been playing a 5. I thought so, man. I thought so. Okay, we got a combined 11 here.
Go on.
He's saying, it's on the screen, he's saying De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Zuma, Maguire, Aspi, Kovacic, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Pulisic. Can't argue with that, mate. Can't argue with that.
I mean, I think David De Gea and Kepa are basically interchangeable at the minute.
Nah, they're not, mate. Now, listen, Kepa is an absolute comedy. He's a parody of a goalkeeper. As much as De Gea is not what he was, Come on, man. This Kepa geezer's
Then I don't understand how Kepa's keeping David De Gea at the Spain #1 spot. Then
it's politics, mate. It's got to be politics. Do you know what I mean? I reckon. I don't know. De Gea must have had something with the manager's daughter or something back in the day. It don't make sense, bro.
Oh dear. Okay. So I would go David De Gea purely based on his pedigree. I would go Azpilicueta at left back. I'd go Maguire and Zuma.
Yep.
Who's your right back at the minute? Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, it has to be in.
Wan-Bissaka. And midfield 3, Pogba, Fernandes, Kovacic.
Has to be.
It's mad I've not said Kante. That's scary.
But the bad thing is, probably for balance, yeah, Kante would probably make more sense in there. Pogba, Kante, the French connection, where the balance with Bruno. I'd probably choose Kante just for that, for balance. But in terms of form over the season, Kovacic probably is definitely is ahead of Kante.
Front three, Pulisic.
Rashford,
I mean, Willian's forms, but if we're doing it on form, Willian should be in there technically.
Yeah, but forget form, bruv. You know the ones. Willian's not better than Pulisic. He's just not in it. Willian passed it, mate. I'm sorry. Like he'll give you the odd penalty here and there, yeah. But I mean, he just looks like a Brazilian Antonio Valencia to me, bro. He just runs down the line and just does the flipping simple dry stuff, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's not getting in my team ahead of Pulisic. No way, bro.
Okay.
No flipping way, bro.
So
I'll take Pulisic, Rashford, Martial. That's a front line and a half.
What's Martial's goal scoring record at the minute? Just checking, just thinking. Because I want to make a case for Giroud.
Yeah, him and Rashford both have 20.
Okay, yeah, no, that's the team. We're sorted. Thanks, guys.
Bye. This guy's question, he's saying, why do you heavily praise Arteta for beating City when we've also done well against big sides? Bro, have you seen the crap team that Arteta's got? And also, not only did he beat City, but it's the way he beat City. How many passes was it for that goal, the first one? These guys are passing out from the back, split them guys.
20 or something mental like that.
Bro, passing out from the back, absolutely split these guys in half, yeah, with flipping guys like David Luiz, yeah, Maitland Niles, yeah, them kind of ballers out there. You have to respect it. Xhaka and them man there. What this guy has done is nothing short of
miracle.
Ridiculous, bro. Do you know what I mean? With the players he had, man. I mean, the players are rubbish, bro. Like I have to respect a good coach when I see one. Do you know what I mean? I have to respect a good coach when I see one.
I would argue that what he did yesterday was tantamount to Jesus getting Lazarus back from the dead. Fucking hell. Or it's tantamount to Donald Trump winning the 2016 US election. Like, I don't think anyone's. Oh no, he had help from the Russians with that, so it's probably more likely to be Chelsea in that case.
Do you know what I mean? But bro, like honestly, it was brilliant football, bro. Like the way they contained them, he had players man marking Man City's midfield to the point where like he was just pressing them and just killing them. Like De Bruyne was played. They played De Bruyne out of the game. Like they absolutely just stifled him, man. That was a tactical masterclass. You know what I mean? Absolute tactical masterclass from Arteta. You can't overlook that. Do you know what I mean? So you just have to look at the levels in it. Like top coach, I said it from a while ago that I knew he was going to be a top coach even before I saw him coach, just because I know what kind of player he was.
Yeah.
And then the fact that he's from La Masia, and then he was Pep's number 2 as well. And Pep could have had anyone as his number 2, and he picked him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, there's something about this guy in it. He's won Premier League titles with Pep Guardiola. Man, I have to respect him in it. And look what he's doing without spending any money. So, you know what I mean? It's not just the fact they beat Arsenal and Liverpool, but it's how they beat Arsenal as well, bro. Like, it's all right beating someone on a little one-off thing, but when you completely outmaneuver Pep Guardiola, it takes some doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially players like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, I have to respect him for that.
Frank Lampard did it first, though. Just saying.
See, this guy saying he thinks Oli might play a 3-5-2. Yeah, we tend to play 3 at back against Chelsea.
So I just looked up the last result when you beat us 2-0, and it was you played the 3 at the back. You had Eric Bailly, Maguire, and Shaw as your back 3.
This is it. That's what United have been doing, and a lot of the clean sheets and also the unbeaten runs came from playing the 3 at the back. So it'll be interesting to see if Oli reverts to the 3 at the back, or if he's going to go brave and play a 4 at the back. It'll be very interesting.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. I mean, what was a 4-0?
4-0 was the first game of the season, bro. Like,
yes, was that 3 or 4?
That was a 4 at the back. That was a complete madness.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That game just drove me out the wall. Yeah, no, I can see that back 4 starting. Obviously not Luke Shaw, but
yeah, he's injured, and he was actually starting to pick up a decent bit of form as well. To be fair, before he got injured, so it's unfortunate. It's probably the best he's played in a while. So I don't know, guys. What are your match predictions in here? Let's get your match predictions. I'm not giving you mine yet, bro. Because I need to see the lineup. So when I do my pre-match, show, the lineups will come out during, and when the lineups come out, then I'll give you my predictions. But I can't give you one right now because I just don't even know who we're playing, bro. And also, I'm flipping nervous, mate.
I mean, to be honest, I can't see us winning. If I'm honest, I just can't.
All Chelsea fans are saying that. And that's why I'm upset, bro. Because I don't trust you, man. I don't trust you, man. You know the ones that Arsenal fans were trying to play the humble team yesterday as well against Man City, and then after like 20 minutes they were chatting the most shit online. I'm not able, for these Chelsea fans to be saying, oh yeah, like I've got texts from Chelsea fans this morning saying, oh yeah, I know we're gonna lose today, man. I'm just like, you know what I mean, I just hope the boys put in a good performance. Fuck off, man. Do you know what I mean? And then Chelsea go and flipping pull something out their arse, and then all of a sudden I have to log out, man. Nah.
Yeah, no, you know you won't be getting anything from me. I'm just going to be happy that we won if that's the case. FA Cup final. Imagine that, right? Chelsea this season, FA Cup final, European football, i.e. fourth or fifth, whatever we get, and then we could European football, Champions League, FA Cup, like that's solid. Like honestly, I would be very happy with that. Obviously, if we get to the final, you're going to want to win it. That's just how people operate. But look, like if we get past you guys today, because there's no doubt that Frank Lampard is a good coach. There's no doubt that I think he's better coach than Solskjaer. I do. But it's just one of those.
Who's a better coach than Solskjaer?
I think Lampard's a better coach than Solskjaer. Yeah, I think it's one of those where like Solskjaer is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say he's a bad coach because look what he's done with Man United. He's got them rolling again. He's clearly got a way with the players on a personable level rather than a tactical level, really. But it's one of those where I think Lampard he has both. He can change it. The beauty of what we have at the minute is the options that we have in our midfield, the options that we have going forward. We can change the game and mould it however we want. It's just a case of the players themselves. This season, Chelsea's been horrible with game management because the players are so young. But it's one of those where if we can manage this game correctly and you started Giroud, we're holding the ball up well, and then it means we can bring on Tammy Abraham and stretch your defence a bit more, and we're not chasing the game. If it's still 0-0 or whatever, it's still close, which it will be. Because it's going to be a good game of football because both sides are very good. Both sides are playing very similar. Both sides have been at each other this season. It's just gone one way purely on the first game. We just couldn't finish, and you guys were clinical. The second game, Harry Maguire should have been sent off in the Carabao Cup when there was a freak free kick, which was absolutely amazing. But 99 times out of 100, he'll miss that. And obviously the last game as well, it was just the same. It was just a couple of chances which we didn't capitalise on. You guys punished us for it. So it's one of those where if we can manage the game better, which we have been doing a lot over the past few fixtures, other than the West Ham game, the Sheffield United game, but the other games we've been managing them, we'll be all right. It's the set pieces that worry me. That's what worries me the most.
Yeah, well, we don't really score from them, so if Statman's there, he can tell us how many goals we score from set pieces, but we don't score from set pieces. Bruno scored a direct free kick, but we don't really score from we don't score from them, bro. So that's the thing. We brought Harry Maguire to have more physical presence, aerial presence from set pieces, and I think he's only scored one header for us. So it's just one of them ones where, again, in the year, and we conceded a goal from a set piece against Southampton. So aerially, I don't think this is where the game's going to be won or lost. I think it's just going to be football. It's just going to be a football match, and then we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Honestly, that's what I see. But I am not, until I see the team, not confident, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I can't be, because all signs lead to a United win. Do you know what I mean? But last time I was confident of a victory was Southampton. I mean, and we could have lost that. So I don't know. I feel like being a United fan right now, confidence is very dangerous because we're only a few changes away from not being very good again. And like this guy saying, when Oli bats pet 3 times, no one speaks about it, but when Arteta wins one game, it's some master club. Bro, context is everything. Lampard and Arteta both haven't had transfer windows. They haven't had transfer windows. They're working with what they've been left. They've been left from previous managers. Lampard's been left with better players than Arteta. Arteta's been left with some crap players. With the players that Arteta's got, he has no right to beat Manchester City. And not only has he got no right to beat them, but he's got no right to beat them in that manner, innit? I think that's all it is. Like, I'm all for like the siege mentality thing against Man United when it's due, innit? But I don't think it's one of them ones. I think Oli gets more than enough credit for what he does with this Manchester United thing. I think sometimes he even gets too much, right? Because I honestly don't. I honestly think apart from man management, tactically, and in terms of style of play, I haven't seen much difference in this Manchester United team than when I saw when we were playing well under Jose. I can't see much difference in it. So whereas with the Chelsea team and also with especially with the Arsenal team, I can see a distinct difference in Arsenal's football to when Emery was there. I think everyone can. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones, isn't it? Like, I think the key to a good run for Oli is keeping all of our top players fit. And that's just really it.
That's it. I mean, he also doesn't get credit for his role in the Lord of the Rings film, but I mean, outside of that, I think
What's wrong with
It was there. It was there. You know that if I see something, I am going to take the opportunity. No, but he is. I think, from a man manager perspective, after what happened with Mourinho at Manchester United, he came in as this nice guy sort of persona, which definitely changed the team. It then pattered out a little bit, but since lockdown, and since lockdown ended, and obviously we restarted football, he's just been far more on it with the players. The players look a lot more like they look. I know you're saying it's not a better style of football, but I think that the football looks a lot more intelligent. It doesn't look as vindictive. It looks almost like it's set up to, rather than just be a battering ram on the one or two occasions, it does look like you try and outplay teams a lot as well, because you do have the players to do it. It's whether or not you do it as many times as we have or attempted to, because we've turned into Arsenal where we just try and walk it in. So if you guys
I think your game's different to us. You play a possession game.
Yeah.
Arsenal plays a possession game. United don't play a possession game.
No.
They don't play a possession game. That's not their style of football, innit? We're very much a counter-attacking team, and we don't mind soaking up pressure and quick breaking on people. So, do you know what I mean? That's a very similar style that we played under the previous manager. The only difference is that I think that we're getting forward quicker, innit? That the build-up's just a bit more deliberate. But overall, the whole style of play and what we're trying to do, the impetus is still kind of on how the other side's playing, innit? That's not my favourite style of football, but that's just the football that we play in. So, even when we beat you 4-0, you lot had the lion's share of the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had the lion's share of the ball and we slapped you anyway. And it's just one of them ones where it's great, isn't it? It's great when the counter-attacking works. But when the other team have the ball and they score first, it then becomes a problem. You see what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see. I think that the first goal today is going to be crucial, bro. It's going to be crucial.
100%. 100%. It's going to be good, though. I'm excited. Depending on what happens, obviously. I'm just worried we're going to lose. I just don't want to lose. I can't deal with Man United.
Guys, get your match predictions in the comments. We want to see your match predictions. I'm going to keep mine. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep mine. We'll do this question, yeah. Which player would I take from Chelsea? Pulisic, 100%. What player would you take from our team?
I'm trying to think where our problem position is, but realistically, in that problem position, you don't have a player that I would take. You're looking at left back. Left back and centre back, really.
Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think both of our centre backs are better than all of your centre backs. You know what I mean? To be honest, like, you know what I mean? Zuma people rate. I think Zuma's got great recovery pace, but overall, I don't think he's good. I think really good's trash.
I don't know.
Trash as well.
I don't know.
Trash, bro. Like, honestly, bro, I wouldn't take Christensen or Rudiger over.
Oh no, yeah, those two I completely get, but Tomori and Zuma, I would say, are better than.
Tomori's not. Tomori is definitely not like proven, and he's not a proven Premier League week in week out centre half yet, mate. I mean, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, but I wouldn't put money on that geezer right now because I haven't seen enough of him consecutively.
No, that's fair.
Some people say easy win 4-1. What? 2-1 Chelsea, 2-0 United, 3-1 United.
I don't know. Hold on. What else we got?
Someone saying United win on pens. I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to go penalties. 3-1 United. Yeah, their man is saying Rudiger's crap. I can definitely.
Rudiger. It's unfortunate what happened to Rudiger because he was our best centre half. He then had that bad injury and that ruined him. That's it. I would ship him out now and bring in another centre half. But it's just a question of who, because there's not many top level centre backs that are available right now, which is something which
you have to go for someone who's currently in the Premier League.
Yeah,
maybe someone. Yeah, I don't really know, bro.
I thought about Lewis Dunk. I looked at some of his stats, and he's aerially he doesn't get bullied. He plays in the ball playing side with Graham Potter at Brighton. He's got good recoveries. I think he'd be a good option, but it's just a case of he'd be 40, 50 million for a player like him. No.
It's not worth it, mate.
Nah.
You're getting scouts on it, mate. Someone's saying it's going to extra time here. 3-1
I can go extra time. I can sit down extra
United. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game like that, man.
Trying to think what else. Obviously, stressed because West Ham and Liverpool will pipe United and Chelsea because they'll be fresh. I don't think Liverpool are really that bothered about. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Because when we have to give them a guard of honor, which makes me shudder. The game Wednesday is going to be the game where they lift the trophy, isn't it? Which is depressing.
Yeah.
So they probably will. They probably will want to beat us, which is incredibly. It's just not good.
It's not ideal, guys, man. But I don't know, bro. We're gonna have to see, man. But we'll get our match predictions out on Twitter once the team sheets are out, bro. That's the best thing to do. I'm not trying to put it out right now, bro, because I know that the way I feel can change pretty much as soon as I see the 11. And as for my thoughts on yesterday's game, I'm back with Deluded and Matisse tomorrow, so we're going to speak about the game then, innit? So we'll speak about both FA Cup games then. So I'm not really going to speak too much on the Arsenal City game at the moment. And I think Tottenham are playing today as well.
They are.
Yeah, Tottenham have got Leicester or something, haven't they? So we'll talk about that game tomorrow as well. Hopefully Tottenham can do us a favour, but knowing Jose and Tottenham, they're probably going to lose. You know, so
be good if they could.
Nah, we definitely want a Tottenham win today.
I want a Tottenham win. I mean, our goal difference is shocking compared to you and Leicester. So if Spurs win, happy days, because that means actually. So Leicester have got you on the last day of the season, haven't they?
Yep.
I think we're going to get top 4.
Yeah, so do I.
I think we're going to get top 4.
I think it's Leicester to drop out.
Yeah, they've been shocking.
If Tottenham beat them and we beat them, they're done in it. So I think that's what's going to happen, and I think that's what needs to happen. Make sure you guys go follow Louis as well on his personal channel. Message here from Drew saying good to see Louis. It's 100% Chelsea from an Arsenal fan. So
I miss it too. But sometimes things just don't work out.
So he's there. Do you know what I'm saying? He's there, bro. So make sure you go over there. Do you know what I mean?
Very much.
Check him out. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll be back on probably about what time's kickoff? 6. I'm in a different country. I don't know what.
So basically, Rants' game kicks off at 9 o'clock for him.
Yeah, my game kicks off
at about 11 his time, which means it'll be about 8 o'clock UK time. There you go, guys. Thank you very much. I'm actually.
No. Hold on. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock, so I'll be on about 4:45. 4:45 UK, to do the build up to the game, and then we'll get the team news in at 5. At 5, innit? 5. Exactly.
Sacked as your PA then, because obviously not doing 100.
Shit work you've done there, mate. So 6 o'clock. So I'll be about 4:45. I'll be there. You get me? So big up you lot for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like on the way out. Make sure you head over to Louis' channel as well. Make sure you sub. You know what I mean? It's back to business now. You get me? So big up you lot, and we'll catch you lot in a bit.
Thanks, guys.